And I do want to do a different version of this vampire, because there were several, right? It's not much difference in it. There won't be much difference in the glider itself. It'll just be, you know, the tail will be a little bit different and the fuselage. But really, that was a pretty good hard launch. So, again, I'll try to get some videos where I'm talking about what I'm looking for. You know, I'm trimming for a glide, so it'll ride these little bubbles of air, and then I'm adjusting the launch to get it up as well as possible. So now I will say, you know, it's almost 6 o'clock in the evening. I lost a P-59 at 7 o'clock on a trimming launch, that direction, and I lost a P-59 over in a cloud over here at about, it must have been about this time, 6 o'clock. So it's deceiving, you know, the air is deceiving in the evening for sure. But it's caught a thermal. So now we just watch, and there's hardly any prevailing wind, so I just gotta sit here and do this over the field. So that's good. That's what you want right there. I will say earlier it was a little light in the nose, and I could tell that it needed some nose weight, because as it would kind of stall, it would continue to dive in without recovering. So if your glider is doing that, it needs more nose weight. And the decollage is, you know, I can really tell how the decollage is doing by the launch. It's got an arc to it, probably more than other glider pilots fly with, and that's helpful up there when it's gliding, but it's hurtful in the launch. So I'm you know, saying, hey, wow, that's still climbing. Slowly, but still climbing. I hope it's not sucking it up into that cloud. It'd be nice if it just decided to spiral in right about now, wouldn't it? Oh. No, it didn't kick it out. What are we up to? About 2 minutes already? Let me look. Oh boy. There it goes. It's starting to come out of it. That's good. No DT on these. I ended up putting another coat of silver on it, because it was going to come out a little bit light, and the light ones don't launch too well. They glide really well in calm weather, but they don't make their way up. And then under full power, sometimes you know, I'll put some carbon fiber strip under the wing. If I lose this glider, it'll be like the 6th glider I've lost this year. Good boy. I don't know why the thermal would be going that direction. Yeah, now I'm starting to see the nose a little more. I see birds flying up there like that all the time around here. Where you look up and they're just way up there, just soaring around. Must be pretty cool. I haven't moved and it hasn't moved. It's heading a little bit south, but the prevailing wind is this way. I don't know if you can see my hand is that way. So what is it doing? And this glider is about 16 grams, so it doesn't take much to keep it afloat. It'll float across the ground and it looks like it's never going to come down. Coming down would be nice though. I'm starting to feel some cool air. Again, I'm not really moving. It's headed south. It's over my neighbor's property now. But I don't know why it went that way. The winds aren't from the north. I will say something that happened really with this glider construction is that I came up with a third jig that handles the blank wing and gets it in the right form before it's sanded. So I think the consistency of the wing is starting to get better for me. This is a difficult wing. It's been a difficult wing for me to explain to others how to build. So I think that third jig is going to help me present this construction a little bit better. You know, there's just a lot of tribal knowledge going on with how I build them, and it makes it tough. Now it's headed north. And now there's a bird flying around it way up there. That's angry. Yeah, there's a bird. How about grab my plane and bring it down? How about that? So I'm always talking when I have the video going. I just turned the sound down because I honestly didn't really think anybody wanted to hear me talking. But I'll tell myself, hey, I adjusted this or that, and you know, that way when I go in and watch the clips, I'll get a feel for what I was seeing, you know, out here, and it helps me, right? And still up there. Now it's headed west. Usually when they head to the west and get over my neighbor's property over on this side, they tend to break lift for some reason. And a lot of the long flights like this that I have, I can't post because they're too far away, right? But this is common. This is a lot more common than you might think with a glider. If you're flying gliders, you're going to see this. This is going to happen. And one of the things that I'm trying to work on, well, I tell you what, this is not going anywhere. It's not going up, it's not going down, it's not doing anything. It's just Going around, but anyway, one of the things I want to try to help with is that I get so many comments about, hey, my glider breaks all the time. Well, we've got to fix that. It may not be the glider construction, it may be the trimming. Right? We need to trim so that they come home in one piece. And that has to do with trimming for the glide, I think, more than anything. But no, it's definitely still going up. This is one of those situations where you just hope your battery lasts and you got the camera on, right? Should have brought something to drink. I don't want to take my eyes off it because it's a good chance it'll come down out of this. I really don't want to build a known. I've got some. Oh! That is a good sign right there. I don't know if you could see that on the video, but when it kicks out and gets outside of that, it really starts to jump around. Yeah, see, there it went again. Yeah, I've got some other gliders I want to build. I don't want to rebuild this one again. This one is actually a real pain to build. It takes time, and you can't rush it. You have to put it in 3 different jigs to get it right. I glue the tail in, with some pretty good confidence that it's going to fly. Well, there's no adjustment really. I mean, you can put shims on the tail if you have to. I can't tell if it's coming down or going up. Well, one thing's for sure, it has not really left my field. Please don't go over there in no man's land like you did last time. I need to talk with that pilot. The north side of my property has about a 25 or 30 foot drop to a creek, and there's some really tall trees down there, and when it tends to break lift right over top of those, and then I can't find the glider when it does that. Or if it goes to the field across the street, that's corn that's as tall as me right now. So unless I want to spend hours upon hours upon hours hoping that it's over there, I might as well just build another one. It is definitely coming down. Nice. It broke lift and it's circling down. And it doesn't look like it's going to land in the trees just yet. I don't want it to stop circling. I have some rudder on that, and I have some wing twist. So as it starts to nose down, it'll turn even more. So hopefully it'll hit a disturbance and really come down. Yeah, it's definitely coming down. If it starts to head over to those trees, I'll start running over there, and I won't worry about the video. But for now, I'll just stay right here, and we shall see what kind of flight this is. Man, oh man. And I would have never guessed. It was overcast. It's been raining all day. It's not really super breezy, obviously. And I would have never guessed that there was that thermal sitting over top. I mean, not at all. It's not hot. I mean, it's warm, but it's not like it was the other day. I mean, it was super, super hot. Yeah? I think the prevailing wind was over here. I think it's going to come back. I hope it comes back. I hope it doesn't come back and hit another thermal about 20 feet up. I Again, still not too concerned it's going to land in the trees. If it does look like it's headed that direction, I'm going over there. No, still not. That woods over there really isn't too bad. Like there's a level area before it drops off into another creek. So if it hits the side of the trees over there, I've got things to get it out. But no, it looks like it's going to come down in the field. Let's see if I can get down there, at least see where it is. Because like I said, I can lose it in the bean field. I don't know where it is. Well, lose it. It'll take an hour to find. There's another bird down there soaring around. Like, hey buddy, the lift's over here. And it's still floating. I don't know if you can see it. And it is down. Wow. Okay. Well, I guess we'll see if the camera was on. And it was. And the time for that, well, I had a flight before, but... Alright, well, I'll go down there and retrieve the beast. I don't think I'm going to fly anymore today. That's enough. I hope everybody's doing alright.